Are you someone like me who struggles with shiny object syndrome? The latest new ideas, and you have probably too many ideas and you can't seem to pick one? You're afraid to let your little babies go? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you a 5-step process for being able to pick the right ones for you. So, what is up, everybody? My name is Barton Quigley, and I'm a burnout coach. I help corporate professionals and entrepreneurs who are over it and they want a happy, healthy work life balance that aligns with their passions and purpose. So, let's get into it. Number one, write down all those ideas. I know this seems basic and obvious, but do you know how many people don't do it? They try and sort through them in your head. To which I always say to people, good luck with that. Write them down. It's going to do two things. One, it's going to help your monkey brain see that you have captured it, meaning the thought, the idea, and it's going to stop repeating itself. Number two, it's going to allow you to look at these ideas objectively so you can make objective decisions and not identify with them. I hate to say it, but they're just ideas, kind of like thoughts and feelings. They're not yours. They literally float around the universe. And it's only the ones who actually choose to do something with it that does make it theirs. Number two, is that number two? Yeah, number two. List the best case and worst case scenarios for doing each idea and not doing each idea. Meaning like, okay, if I chose to do this idea above the others, what is the best thing that could happen by making that decision? And if I didn't do this particular idea, what would be the worst that would happen? Would there be regret or feelings of like, geez, that, I don't know, that really kind of sucks. I really should have done that. And then number three, close your eyes and go through each idea and imagine what would your life look like. What you're really trying to do is not think through, but just imagine, picture it. What would life look like if you followed and did that idea? And pay attention to what bubbles up. How does your body feel? What are the emotions? Do you feel a sense of lightness or dread or confusion? And for the ones that really light you up and also kind of scare the poop out of you a little bit, put a smiley face next to those ones. And then for the ones that fell flat, where you're just like, nah, set those aside. Take out the trash. Honey, you don't got to keep every single one of those just because at one point it sparks some interest. Now you're putting everything together and that's how you're going to be able to cut through. Let's see. Number four, ask yourself, which of these ideas would you almost pay somebody for? Sometimes there are things you're like, wow, I would love to do that. And even if I couldn't do that on my own, I would literally hand somebody cash for the opportunity to do that. Okay, so those are the four basics. Now, for the ones that that you might pay somebody for, go ahead and put a dollar symbol next to it. And how about a star? So walk away from this. This is critical. Step number 5, walk away and sleep on it. Why is that? Well, the best decisions you're going to make are going to require some space between the initial rush of excitement and reactivity, and then the actual reasoning that happens. So they say that when you sleep, you have your overnight doctor and your shrink. And now your overnight shrink goes to work putting together new neural pathways that most of us aren't even really aware of what happens. And we wake up and we have a clear head on how to make that decision. In the morning, go back and revisit each of these ideas. Now ask yourself this question. Of the whole lot that you had, which one do you think would carry the biggest regret if you walked away from that idea? Now, does it have the smiley face, star, dollar symbol? If so, that's your top pick. Now, don't discard the rest. Hang on to them because as you start working through the process of your top pick, you may say, aha, that was a chance to go ahead and learn this skill, have this opportunity, meet this person, and now I see how this other one that I had now becomes the logical next step. Now, this is a practice, right? I mean, this is not like I'm not giving you a cheat code where all of a sudden you're going to do this. You're going to be like, oh, it was great. I never had to think again for the rest of my life. I just followed Barton's 5-step process. Like, no, you're going to go through and start to learn at a quicker rate what is actually true for you when you're looking through these ideas and you're seeing what comes up and you're following your intuition. And if you haven't checked out the intuition video, I highly recommend it. So here's the tool that I used when I was at a career crossroads. Okay. I had jumped ship. I had left corporate. I was doing a dog walking career, which was great. Got me out of email jail. No more corporate travel. No more working on nights and weekends. No ridiculous workload. But it wasn't fulfilling, and I knew there was still yet something more, but I couldn't identify it. I had some interests in terms of, like, I'm a creative person, but I couldn't figure out, well, where do I go from here? And I heard this idea in the book How to Think Like Leonardo da Vinci, my OG self-help book, the very first one I read when I got into doing the inner work. And it's called a stream of consciousness exercise. Now, the exact question, I can't pinpoint where that came from, and it may have been something that just popped into my head, but it was, what would I do for the rest of my life if time, money, and resources were no longer an object, meaning they weren't an obstacle? So the way this exercise works is like this. You grab paper, you write the question at the top of it, and then you set a timer. I would suggest 10 minutes if you can do it, but 5 minutes also has proven to work. Now, you read the question out loud, you set the you start the timer, and then you start writing. Now, the only rule is this: you can't stop writing. You can lift the pen from the paper as you write the words. The pen doesn't have to stay down the whole time. Thank you, Ben, for that one. But you have to keep writing words. So even if you're writing like, I don't know, crap, like, keep putting the words down. What this exercise does is it kicks out your regular waking consciousness, your monkey brain, and it starts to pull from areas that you are not really consciously aware of. Get all of that stuff down. So when the timer goes off, that's it. You're done. Close up, put it away, sleep on it. Again, the magic of sleep. Come back to it in the morning. And I know you're kind of going to know what you wrote, and you're going to want to go look and go, what is it? Sleep on it. Come back to it fresh in the morning and look. And as you read through it, again, notice your body. How are you responding? What are you seeing? Some threads, some commonalities? What surprises you? What jumps out? And then how do you feel about what you are reading back? So while this exercise did not say, Coach, what it did say was that I'm very compassionate. I want to help other people be their best. I want to help other people learn how to train their mind, how to get out of their own way, how to get out of negative self-talk and identify their superpowers and their passions and feel emboldened to go create a passionate, meaningful life. That's what came out of the writing. Those are the core elements. And it also showed me what mattered really most in my life. The things, people, activities, relationships, whatever. It showed me that this was a filter to help me align with my passion and my purpose. So this is a tool I use with every single coaching client, and I definitely implore you to try it out. It's very eye-opening. It will also show you then as a filter of, okay, what are the things that I'm doing and the relationships that I'm having that aren't in alignment with this set of we'll call them values and passions and interests. So have you noticed a theme here? Ask a question, write it down, sleep on it. These are tools that are always available to you to help you make better decisions, especially when you have far too many ideas. So if this kind of stuff is helpful to you, go ahead and click subscribe. Nope, don't click subscribe. I don't know how you do that. Maybe you got like little scissors and you just cut. Click subscribe and you will be notified when future videos drop. And until next time, much love to you all.